Hey, Jesse.
Hello, Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay.
Oof.
Lindsay, listen. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hey. I mean, that's all I got.
Allergies are kicking strong today. We're both a little puffy, a little sneezy, a little snotty.
Oh, I'm glad this is like the raw version. Because I'm going to be like this just bumbling snurfle bug over here.
Well, what are you having to drink today?
Kicking chicken and Coca-Cola.
Translate kicking chicken.
Kicking chicken and Coke, man. You don't know about kicking chicken and Coke, man?
What is kicking chicken? The proper name.
The proper name?
Yeah, shout us out so maybe we can get a sponsor.
Wow.
Oh!
Wild Turkey.
Wild Turkey.
Coke Zero, I think.
Wild Turkey and Coke Zero.
Yeah. Both we are very much so not sponsored on.
And I'm having a vodka seltzer, vodka soda. Excuse me, not vodka seltzer. With Lasawa vodka.
It's a potato vodka, and it's very good.
And Aldi soda water. With some lemon that I got from a regular at my restaurant.
Which we are sponsored by.
Yes. One of my regulars brought me some big, fat, juicy Meyer lemons. Ooh, they're tasty.
The bacon.
It's delicious. And yeah, so Lasawa vodka, Aldi seltzer, or soda water. I don't want to get, because it's different.
It's good, though, huh? Vodsod, is that what you call it?
Vodsod with lemon, lime, and a little bit of lime juice. You know, the one that's in the big green bottle. Okay.
That thing. Yeah.
So today we are recapping our coverage on the horrific story. We're in Black History Month, by the way. We're recapping the horrific story of Emmett Till.
Yeah.
Landon is our assistant. He doesn't have a mic, but him and Jesse, I want you guys to just tell me a little bit of what y'all thought about that story before I recap.
I'm already trying to shut it out, but I can't.
No, we don't need to shut it out.
No. It's like not forgetting, but I'm just trying not to like live like, oh, it's so fucking bad. Lindsay, you really have been destroying me lately.
Yeah, Jesse sent me a message midweek when he was editing, and he was like, this shit is rough.
It was really fucking me.
It's very terrible.
So, yeah, just a young kid that's gone through some stuff in Chicago that moved down south with his uncle.
Right. So, well, he didn't move. He was just visiting. He was just on vacay.
Okay.
He
just
was on
out
vacay.
for like the summer or whatever.
Yes.
Just doing some stuff. Yeah.
So Emmett Till, his middle name Lewis, after his father, he was born in 1941 to Mamie and Lewis Till. And he was born in Chicago, Illinois. And his nickname was Bobo, which is Jesse's nickname as well.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
Yeah, he's Uncle Bobo. Why is it Bobo?
That's what Chelsea called me.
What's the Bobo? So
Well, she called me Bo. And then it became Bobo with Shelly's kids, my sister's kids.
Well, Emmett, he was actually nicknamed Bobo like in the womb still.
Okay. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Bobos. There's a Bobo at work too. Like Cheese's brother is Bobo.
And I always think of, when I think of Bobo, I think of Bozo, the clown.
Oh, no. There's Bobo there.
So if you grew up in the 90s, there was this awesome clown show called Bozo the Clown, and he had like a game show. But anyways, so Mamie, she was from Webb, Mississippi, and her family moved to Argo, Illinois, which is where they manufactured, there was a corn company there, and they manufactured like corn starch, corn syrup, all of that jazz. And so when they moved to Chicago, this was part of what was called the Great Migration. And this was rural Black community that moved to the north to escape Jim Crow laws. And I encourage our listeners, visual audience, everybody, please Google, if you're not familiar with those, Google the Jim Crow laws, because it was complete bullshit. That was the segregation, like, slavery was abolished.
Yeah, don't use that water fountain. You have to use your own.
Right.
Thing. Yeah.
Slavery was abolished, but then Jim Crow law came in and was like, well, even though slavery is abolished, we still don't want to use the same
And how do you treat people
facilities.
lesser than? and you're still like supporting a religion that's supposed to be all equality. So, yeah.
Well, if Lincoln hadn't have been assassinated, maybe Jim Crow wouldn't have been able to do his bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, so when Mamie was 18, she met and married Lewis Till, who worked for the Argo Corn Company. And he also did some amateur boxing. And they had a little boy named Emmett Lewis Till. And
Papa was an ass.
Papa was an asshole. So he ended up being a cheater and a beater. And Mamie, she ended up like getting a restraining order. She had to put boiling water on his fucking ass. And we talk about in our episode, like our complete coverage of this, where we talk about the hot grits.
Yeah. Check that out. And then it came down to the point where it's like, you choose. You're going to jail or you go to war.
Exactly. So he chose war.
WW2.
While he was enlisted, he committed more violent acts where I think it was, hold on, let me look at the date really quick in my notes. 1945. So 1945, they separated in 1942, and in 1945, Mamie received word that Lewis had been executed because he raped 2 women and murdered another. And this was in Italy.
While he's overseas, they ranked him up and got him.
Yep. Now, they sent back his ring with his initials, LT. And I do mention in the episode that I think that this ring should have been discarded, but at the same time, this ring will be a little bit important down the road. Now, so now Mamie's a single mom, but she has a couple of more failed relationships and marriages. So basically, she lives with her mom a lot.
Yeah. But she's doing good for a kid, though.
Oh, she's doing
good for Emmett, because Emmett has like a great personality. He's learning, like, he's telling jokes. He's outgoing in a community where he's spending a lot of time around a lot of people, and just he is just a bright sunshine ass kid, dude.
Oh my God, did you see the pictures?
Yeah.
I posted them in stories last week. So if any of you guys haven't seen pictures of Emmett Till and want me to repost them, send me a comment. I will absolutely be more than happy to do that.
Yeah, it wound up being a real big staple for Black history. Like, this really became the turning point for a little bit more of a better step toward equality in the end of this. But some horrific shit does happen, and Lindsay's going to tell you because I don't want to talk about it.
So her other failed marriages were to Lamorse Mallory and Pink Bradley, which I do mention in the episode, made me think of
Friday.
Yeah. Well, it was next Friday and Friday after next with Pinky.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing thinking about Pinky because he's got the Jerry curl and it's juicy and it's like.
Those are not the best movies ever. We need the last Friday.
The Friday trilogy. So our 20-year-old.
Somebody hit up whoever they need to hit up and tell Ice Cube to fucking finish off Friday, right? I mean, we need last Friday. We need it with everybody.
Yes, I want Chris Tucker in that bitch.
Yeah.
I want Big Worm.
Yeah, I'll bring them all back. Who's alive? Bring them all in. We can't have Witherspoon in there. Oh.
CGI his ass in there, just like they did Princess Layla. Okay?
Did you say Layla?
I did.
You blasphemy? You can't blaspheme in front of me.
I'm drinking Vodsod.
Lindsay,
it's a whole different buzz for me.
Do not blaspheme in front of me. Nobody blasphemies my own blasphemy.
I love you, Leia.
Yes.
Jesse. So I watched all the older Star Wars trilogy when I was younger, but when I met Jesse,
you had better nerd up with me.
He made me nerd up. And I have to be honest, like, I really love the later trilogy with Rey and Kylo Ren. I do.
And we love Friday too, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. So So Mamie and Lewis live with her mother quite a bit. Hold on, let me find my dates here, okay? La, 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 la.
Dude, I like my House of a
1951.
Thousand Corpses shirt. Look at this.
It is.
Sorry.
This is a Christmas present to Jesse from me.
I know.
House of a Thousand Corpses. We love the Rob Zombie horror trilogy. It's more than a trilogy. What are they? You got about 5.
We're all over the place right now.
Yeah, we are.
I love it.
We need to focus.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm just seeing me like, whatever.
So in 1951, Emmett and his mother moved to Chicago South Side, and Mamie is a queen ass bitch. Okay, she works for the Air Force, and before that she worked for Social Security Administration.
She's doing like fucking undercover ops type filing and shit, right?
Well, she worked for the Air Force where she was in charge of confidential files.
Right.
That's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Go Mamie. Okay.
At that time, it's amazing, and so many women did all the work during
so much work
that war for sure.
Well, she worked very long days, so Emmett, he had to step up and he had to help out. So he learned how to do chores and he learned how to cook a little bit. He did what he could. But before all of this happened, Emmett did contract the polio virus.
Yeah.
And it was running rampant through the country at this time. And so many, many, many people they got a lot worse symptoms and things like that. But he got better, but he developed a stutter from it.
Right.
And weak ankles, to which he had to wear special shoes.
There's a lot changing right through there. I mean, they went through the Great Depression. Now they have this war on. Now there's a polio pandemic. Oh.
And it's crazy because there was pandemics in the 20s and the 1900s, and then we've had pandemics in the 20s.
In the
2000s. Yeah.
The 2020s. Yeah. Wow. Guess humanity just keeps cycling in some bullshit, don't it?
So they're living in Chicago. Mamie, Emmett, his grandmother, everything is love. Everything is wonderful. Then his grandpa, I don't want to hit your mic. Okay.
You did hit my mic.
So his Uncle Mose comes up from Mississippi, and that's where Mamie is from. And he's to attend a funeral, and he is a reverend. Now, when he comes up, Emmett's like, you know what? I really want to go back to Mississippi with my uncle for a little while during the summer.
So he's just going down to check it out, right?
Yes, he's going down to visit. He wants to hang with his extended family. He wants to do the thing. Now, Mamie is weary of this at first because Chicago and Mississippi in the 50s were two different worlds. Oh my God, I'm knocking over the mic. Two different worlds. And
I'm just watching you over here. Go do it, girl. Go ahead. No. Go.
Mamie gives him several lectures and discussions about how different Chicago and Mississippi are.
Yeah.
And let me go to my notes really quick so I can say.
Yeah, we kind of broke off and we did a little deep dive, a little bit more into that. Because it's really rough for a mother to have to break that down into a child instead of just being like, go down there and have fun with your uncle. No, we have to teach you the rules because your skin's not the same as theirs.
Well, what she tells him is that he should not engage in conversation with white folks. That he should never stare at a white woman. And if a white woman was walking down the street, he should go to the complete other side and keep his head down. And I do say in our episode that for me, I don't like that. I hate the fact that a mother had to have that conversation with her son.
Right.
I hate that. And she does say later on in, later times that this was the first time that she had ever had to have a conversation like that with him because he had only been raised on love And she says, how do you teach a child hate when all he's ever known is love?
Right. And how old is he now?
He's 14.
So he probably took that not so seriously.
Right. Because
that was the downfall. But, I mean, why would you try to... It would be hard for a 14-year-old boy to suck that in all at one time and be like, come on, Mom. Whatever, Mom. I just want to go have... You know what I'm saying?
When he's never experienced
he's never
anything
experienced
like
it.
this.
Not really, no. Nothing really, because he has his own community where he's living at. Everything is good.
Yes.
Then he gets down south.
Well, yeah, he goes with Uncle Mose to Money, Mississippi. And so Uncle Mose's wife is Aunt Elizabeth. And they get there, and Uncle Mose has them work.
He's a sharecropper, so he has like a farm.
Work the cotton.
Yeah, they're growing stuff. They're making money, and
right.
him and the kids and the cousins and the closer family and friends or whatever, they're making money.
Cousins, community, friends,
doing
everything.
the things.
Now, Uncle Mose was a reverend, and on Emmett's third or fourth day, so it was August 20th, 1955, was when Emmett went to Money. And then, let me look at my notes really quick. I'm so sorry.
But he's happy-go-lucky down there. He's spending time with his friends and family, and he's making a little bit of money. You know, hey, they're putting him to work, and he's associating with people. You know, he's
back at
fun.
his roots, which is the whole reason why he wanted to go.
He wanted to go and check out where his mom was from and all the stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it. I mean, have you not spent a summer or a week or so with a family member in a distant spot where you just like,
so
go hang
I
out?
spent a summer with my Aunt Catherine in Jacksonville, which is not where I'm from at all. But my Aunt Catherine was an absolute gem of a human being. She was well-read, well-traveled. She had been a 5-star chef at the Hilton in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And so I went and spent the summer with her because her friend needed a babysitter for her toddlers. She was going through divorce. So I signed on to that. And her friend was the manager of Eckerd's. Do you remember Eckerd's?
Yeah, I remember Eckerd's.
So
God,
before
that made me feel
before CDS and Walgreens, there was Eckerd's.
Yeah.
And that was your drugstore. That was your drugstore.
There, KB, we used to throw up like these. We used to act like we were like these cool little gangsters back in the day, and we would throw up like the little Folk Nation sign, and we'd say that was Eckerd's.
Oh my God!
Like all of our little gang signs always meant something, like Eckerd's or Walmart, like for the West Side thing, you know. Or we
but
made
my
up so
Aunt
many
Catherine,
stupid things. Eckerd's, that was our little gang sign for Eckerd's.
My Aunt Catherine was my aunt by marriage. Her husband, my Uncle James, was, direct descendant. But Uncle James, he had colon cancer, so he spent a lot of time in the hospital. But my Aunt Catherine taught me pretty much everything that I have instilled upon my life today. She was very clean. She knew how to cook well. I learned a lot.
So that was an amazing adventure for you to go over there and do that. And that's probably what he was all fully expecting, just going down and having that connectivity and just having fun with his family members and taking all that in, just the same as you.
Right.
No different.
No.
Except for
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Except for a lot of things. You know what was one really cool thing that I admired about my Aunt Catherine is she, other than grocery shopping, like her regular services, like car repair, hair. She was the type of lady to get her hair curled and washed and curled every week.
Right.
She didn't pay for that. She bartered with her baked goods.
Oh,
yeah.
That's awesome. We need more of that. That's
she
good
made
stuff.
killer ass banana bread and carrot cake cupcakes.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, as far as the
cheese
feeling
icing.
of you being able to go over there and participate and all that was the same feeling.
It was
he
really
had.
cool. Right.
That he had when he's moving down and hanging out with his uncle and his fam. And so that was like all great stuff for him,
Until,
yeah.
So it was on the 24th, of August in 1955. Mose, his uncle, was to preach at the East Money Church of Christ. Now he was like, you know what? Y'all been working hard in these cotton fields. I'm not going to make you go to church tonight. Y'all go have some fun and let them have his truck. So they all loaded up with cousins, friends. I mean, Emmett, of course.
Right. They got
and
a little money.
neighbors.
They're going to go to the store, right? And they're just going to load up and they're going to go, hey, we've worked hard. Let's go to the store and go grab us some whatevers.
Now, Mose told them not to go any further than the old country store that was near their area, which was probably black owned. But it was 6 boys and 1 girl. And they went a little further than they were supposed to. Oh, and they went to Bryant's country store, which was white owned. And
it's probably had cooler shit in the store, right? They probably had some cooler stuff. It was a little bit bigger store. They were like, let's go to the bigger store.
Well, historically, I couldn't find any reason why they went a little further. They're just probably being rebellious kids,
Yeah, but I mean, the local store might have not have had as much stuff as the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Might not have, yes.
That was like us being kids and saying, let's go to Gainesville and do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what they did. They did the thing.
I was going to say, because my dad, when I first got my car, was like, you better not take your ass on the interstate. What did I do? Like the first weekend that they were out of town? Yeah. We went to Tampa and went to Busch Gardens.
Oh, look at you, Lindsay. We've all done that, though. Come on. But that's just being kids. You're wanting to experience freedom, It's so
though. The original plan was to take my friend Carrie's car, but it needed a new alternator.
So your battery died?
So my car was available.
Oh, they took yours. Okay.
My car was brand new. And I mean, literally, so this was 98 and I had a 97 model car.
You imagine
no problems.
The Spice Girls party on the way down to Tampa.
So it was funny too, because we went from like Trick Daddy to Corn.
Yeah, I meant it in the middle somewhere, I think.
Corn and Limp Bizkit. And then, yeah, I mean, that was our, and Busy Bum. That was like the 3 cassettes that we had.
I get it.
No, 4. So we had Corn, we had Limp Bizkit, we had Busy Bone, and we had Trick Daddy.
So as soon as the door closed, it's like Freak on a Leash.
And Corn and Limp Bizkit was for me. So there was 4 of us. There was me, Carrie, Sheba, and Jenna. And Corn and Limp Bizkit was basically for me and Carrie.
Oh,
and then
you was like this. You're driving, right? So you're like,
well, it was me and Carrie.
I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I got my bitches. We finna go to Busch Gardens and we fucking rolling.
Hold on, really quick.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
What?
Breaking news.
What?
Jonathan Davis just announced for his. He was being honored for 30 years.
Oh, we did the homeless speech, right?
He has dedicated, I'm going to cry. He has dedicated his royalties to be contributed to homeless vets, charities, and everything forever.
Boom.
I cried reading this.
Got enough money, dude. I'm good. Right? Got enough money, dude. I'm good.
There's a reason why I love him, Jesse. There's a reason why I love him.
There was this one time I tried to steal from him, though.
You did?
I did. Back in 95, right? I got to touch the Adidas jacket.
I don't blame you.
From the video, the Adidas, So they're doing this is like right? Pre-Freak on Elite. No,
what?
Free Life is Peachy.
Free Life is Peachy?
Yeah.
Because
this was 95 and
follow the leader.
They had just recorded some of that stuff and hadn't even dropped the album yet. And I seen him in Jacksonville and he came out with that Adidas sequence, the one from the video, and I had my hand on it and I was fixing to just slide it off the stage and he kind of kicks it behind him. And he's like, no, bro. As they're going off at Shades in Orange Park, if there's anybody that knows about Corn from the 90s, oh man, that was
I fell in love with him in 98.
I think I was 13 or 14, maybe, bro. Dude, it was way back.
It's 15, so you were ahead of me, so you had to be 13, 14.
Wow.
Because you fell in love with them in Life is Peachy, right?
Yeah, and I wasn't like trying to steal from Jonathan Davis. I was just like,
you were a fan.
Had on the Adidas jacket, and we got like a towel from Monkey. I got guitar picks and stuff like that because we were on that side of the stage, and we haven't been on that side of the stage up close yet for Corn with you and I. Have we? On the monkey side? Dude, we got to go to the
Yes.
monkey side, have we?
No.
Not close.
We were head.
Yeah, we did. Head
We were
close.
head
And I sang like a little canary the whole time, so annoying and loud.
And I was like, shut up, Jesse. This is my first corning.
So here's me in the festival grounds. Random dude here. I'm shaking him and I'm acting like I'm holding a microphone and he's singing every word and I'm singing every word and we're singing loud and we're acting like we're performing with Korn in the crowd. You remember how many times I've done that with so many people? Offspring, I did that. Soundgarden, I did that. Like I just grab up random
Flogging
people.
Molly.
Yeah, how weird is that? Is that weird to me? But they're having their best time, dude. They're having their best time.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's how you got to do it. It's all about camaraderie. Anyhow, Lindsay, I'm sorry.
No. I wanted to give homage to Korn.
I love
JD. Like,
the whole dynamics of that.
God bless you. So what he said was that he said, I have enough, but some people don't. And the fact that there are veterans that are sleeping in their cars or on the street does not sit well with me. So he is committing a total of $250 million a year.
You don't
that
need
will
it.
go.
You're good. Yeah.
Yes, that's what he said. He's like, I have enough to veterans and charities.
And he'll facilitate that
for the rest
see
of
it
his
through.
life.
Yeah, we'll be able to watch that transpire. It's not just money going out to something that everybody's going to cut off parts of the cake. I think the whole cake's going to go to them. I believe that. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, so we're going to go back to Emmett. So
Yeah.
all these kids, neighbors, and cousins, they have piled in Uncle Mo's truck and they didn't follow instructions. They didn't just go to the old country store. They went a little bit further and they went to Bryant's Grocery, which was owned by a very deep-rooted racist family.
Yeah.
The father, he managed plantations and things like that. So Carolyn Bryant was the cashier that day. Now, they just stopped in to get drinks, sodas. They wanted to play checkers on the porch, that type of thing.
That's probably why they went. There was probably a little bit cooler atmosphere. Not that it was better for them. They just thought this is a cooler store. There's more stuff, we can
Right.
go and feel like we've gotten away with a little bit of freedom. Not that they're getting away with being rebellious or not listening. The desire to have a little bit more freedom at that age, it really overpowers that. Just the same as you going to Tampa. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just does.
All I wanted to do was go to Busch Gardens with my friends, but
And listen, Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit.
I was punished as if I went for something completely different.
Oh, you got punished afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Now, there are several different accounts, like I do say in the episode, of what happened in the store. So at some point, Emmett was alone in the store for about a minute or less than. Now, Carolyn would say that Emmett would make a lot of
Gestures.
sexual advances
nasty,
towards her.
like being vile toward her.
But the girl, so the entourage that, Emmett was with in the truck, there was one female, the rest were boys. She said that the only mistake that she saw visually with her own eyes, as this store was an open window store, was that Emmett put the money directly in
Here you go, ma'am.
her hands.
He probably said
In Carolyn's
probably
hand.
said, here you go, ma'am.
Right.
By the way, you're beautiful. He might have said that. Maybe.
Maybe. We don't even know.
If that. Nah.
So she said that the only mistake that he made was putting the money directly in her hand instead of on the counter, because that was an unspoken law in Mississippi at that time.
Yeah.
And he was from Chicago.
Justifiably by Jim Crowville, which
Right.
is goddamn garbage.
Now, Carolyn would say that he did a lot.
Touched
of
her,
things.
grabbed her
Touched
waist.
grabbed her,
Yeah.
said, what's the matter, baby? You want to go on a date? I've been with white women before and things like that.
And he's 14. Right?
So now
He's just a little kid.
he's just 14 years old. 14. Everybody close your eyes and visualize what you were doing at 14 years old.
All right.
So now, everybody does account to the fact that he gives Carolyn a wolf whistle as she is now going to her car to retrieve a pistol. I did.
Like she's that distraught
distraught.
And she's fixing to go grab a
Over
gun?
a 14-year-old kid making possible
Some kind of
flirtation
gestures.
moves at her. But we'll get there. Now, there was a interview with Mamie where Mamie, which is his mother, says that she taught him to whistle because he did have a stutter after his polio.
Oh, this is something I don't know. What?
Yes.
This is new, huh?
So Mamie says that she taught him to whistle before he tried to speak because sometimes that would help him with his stutter.
And that was what his cousins that don't really know him that well seen, huh?
Right. I'm tearing up.
But now she's running to her car to go get a gun too?
So she's running to her car to get a gun, and these kids all load up because they're terrified of white people. They load up in the truck and they take off. And they actually feel like that they're being chased because there's a car behind them. So they go off into the woods and they wait for these cars to go by. And then they go home. And
You
Emmett
didn't talk about none of this.
Well, because sometimes I want to give a little extra in the recap.
But Lindsay, it's like you're going to break me again, dude. You're breaking me. Oh.
So Emmett begs all the kids not to tell Uncle Mose what's going on. But unfortunately, in a small community, things travel fast. And Uncle Mose and Aunt Elizabeth, they find out everything really fast.
Right.
So they know what's going on, but they go to bed. And like the next day, as they're going to bed, it was the following day, Roy Bryant, who is Carolyn's husband, and his half brother, J.W. Milam, they show up to the house and they threaten Mose and they kidnap Emmett. They take him to several different locations, and in each location they do something different to him.
And this is all about some he said, she said bullshit.
Limp Bizkit.
Your trip to Tampa. This is bad, dude.
In the end, Emmett gets pistol whipped and shot, and then connected to a cotton gin fan and sent down the Tallahatchie
Which
River.
is like a big wooden fan, right? It's part of the implements of the cotton gin, where they're refining the cotton and sorting out the seeds in the cotton and stuff.
Now,
Which was invented by a black woman, I think, right?
It was.
Yeah.
Black women were behind everything.
It did work, yeah.
I'm about to share in stories today. This will be a week later when this comes out.
But to beat him,
later.
pistol whip him, and they shot him.
Yes.
And tied him to that.
Yes.
Which was found a couple days later.
He was mutilated.
Mutilation.
So a few days later, he is found by a couple of boys that were just trying to catch some catfish. But before that, Uncle Mose, you know, when Emmett didn't return within 30 minutes, he went to go look for him. And then he finally got another friend of his to call the sheriff in that county that they were in, which was Sumner in Mississippi, not Sumner, Florida, which we will be talking about in a few days.
Sumner, Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, more debauchery that you're going to dump on me that happened, really.
Yes.
Historically debauchery.
Historically. So, Uncle Mose gets a friend to contact the sheriff in Sumner and the sheriff in another county. I can't get my eyes on it right now. Basically, they contacted two sheriffs in two different surrounding
Kind of
counties.
reaching out to come back in, right?
But they also contact Mamie, who's in Chicago, and she had the good sense about her to contact the African American Black community media.
So this is where the storm really starts as far as Black equality, because what she gathers up there is enough power to blow up and make awareness for the nation.
And at this point, she doesn't know that her son is gone.
She doesn't know.
from this
She's
world.
thinking,
She
yeah.
thinks he's kidnapped.
Right. Knowing that her kids probably didn't do anything wrong.
Nothing.
I mean, to the point to where this does not merit a fucking kidnapping or beating or
No.
the other that we talked about.
So Roy and J.W., they were questioned and they did admit to kidnapping Emmett, but they said that they released him right in front of Bryant's store, which was a fucking lie. And then 3 days later, two boys who were fishing along Tallahatchie River, they discovered Emmett's body.
Yeah.
And he was nude, he was swollen, disfigured, and had been absolutely mutilated.
And the only way that they can recognize it was from his daddy's ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I'm glad Mamie didn't throw away that ring, because that is what was used to identify his body.
Yeah, and you try to hang on, even if, and that's what we're talking about in the podcast was like, you got to check it out, because I do not agree with the human that was his dad. He was a horrible ass human, but to be able to hand that to your son and be like, this was your father's, and just don't say anything else about it, and then build better from there on. You know what I'm saying? So it wound up being the only recognizable thing. He was that mutilated. Yeah.
After his body was discovered, the people in the area basically tried to shut it down and kind of sweep away what had happened. But Mamie,
this is all good. We're all good. Let's wrap this thing up, right?
Mamie was like, absolutely not. You better ship my son's body to Chicago.
I agree.
Where she did hold an open. Oh, I'm gonna cry because I've got the images in my head. She did hold an open casket funeral for him.
Which they had like the plexiglass over top where they could actually see.
No, there was no plexiglass.
There was no plexiglass? It looked like there was all the way
open.
Oh. And he was so disfigured, you could not tell. This little child that was beautiful, you could not even tell. It was just so horrific.
I'm trying to breathe through it.
But for her to be that strong and to be like, you know what? No, this is what happens for him just being a darker complexion.
And she did go on to join the NAACP in a campaign to raise funds for their movement. And this whole horrific situation did spark, it was one of the reasons.
The beginning of a lot of things. Yeah.
That sparked the civil rights movement.
Who was the woman that did it before Rosa Parks? What was her name? Because that was also oh
my God.
Yeah.
You're right. She's not the first one, but
next
Rosa
week
Parks.
we'll talk about that. You bring that up next week. We'll talk about that because we need to speak about.
We're telling our kid to be
hush, hush.
Be quiet.
Yeah, they're coming through. But there's so many people that stood up, because fear itself had so much control over all that. And we talked about that in what's coming out too, like this week. We talked about that in the new podcast that's coming out this Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where we talk about the Rosewood Massacre.
Fear itself really controlled so many things, just like they told his uncle. They were like, you better not say anything about this. You'll not make the next year, right?
Right.
Yeah, you will not make it.
That's exactly what they told
Fear.
Mose. They asked him how old he was, J.W. and Roy.
And we're fixing to talk about Rosewood, right? And I know about that one. So you got to check that out this Friday. Oh, my goodness, though, Lindsay.
So Roy and J.W. were indicted for murder in September of 1955. And now this was widespread in media, and a lot of the Black community from Chicago did attend this trial. And
the visceral things that white folks was saying.
In Mississippi, the sheriff welcomed them by saying, hello, N-words. And I do talk about this in just fucking deep-seated racism.
They're liberated ass fucking free ass full equality people.
Excuse me?
Right.
Excuse me. Now the prosecution would criticize, the defense would criticize Mamie for not being emotional enough. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, she's beyond that. She's a revolutionist.
She has probably cried all of her tears out,
Yeah.
and now she's just mad.
She has a fist in the air in the land of hypocrisy. I mean, she really does. Yeah, all that. That, boom. Yes, boom. I mean, really, she is like, you know what? I'm in this stage right now of my grieving, and I am wanting fucking real ass justice.
And you cannot judge anybody on how that they grieve.
No.
Because, and I do say this in the episode, you can only cry so many tears before you dry out.
Well, and I've been through those stages. You know, I've been through like real shit where you have to go through every one of those stages.
All the stages.
Which happens, you know, but at the same time, I understand where you have that. You know, you're going to have either resentment that you go through your pain, there's just so many stages. I think there's like 7. How many stages are there in grief?
I think it's 7.
Like 7.
But
I
so
felt
we have
every one
both
of those.
lost grandparents.
You did too? Yes.
You lost a parent. I lost a very close friend. And so we have been through a lot of grief in our time. And I am just,
but ours
we're both very fortunate that we have not lost a child.
Yeah.
So
Lindsay,
I cannot.
Don't you talk this fucking
I
talk
can.
around me, Lindsay.
I cannot imagine
No.
anything that Mamie went through, because not only did she lose her child, she lost her child to brutal murder.
Yeah.
Senseless, brutal murder. And you can't judge anybody that's going through that. And I'm going to stop that right there because I'm going to cry.
Thank you guys on the lives, though, for coming in.
Yes.
And
Thank you so much.
On the regular podcast, like if you want to check out our lives, we do go on live. And where can you find that out, Lindsay?
Drink About Something pod _Lindsay.
There you go, on TikTok, right? So check that out once a week and just follow all the stuff. DrinkaboutSomething.site. Or you can go on YouTube and just type in Jendsey, Jendsey, and you can check out all these crazy ass stories that Lindsay tells me that I don't know much about. And really, I do know about Rosewood, though. It's coming up. Oh my God, Lindsay. How many towns?
Coming up Friday the 13th.
How many of these exact scenarios have really,
Friday the 13th.
It's really ran through like the United States, especially through black equality, where people are just trying to be regular people.
I hate it.
And they point the fucking finger and just shut down whole communities more than just what's validated. There's no fucking real tangible things that's happened.
Well, Roy and J.W., they get acquitted for murder.
That's where I get pissed off.
And kidnapping, even though they admitted to the kidnapping.
So you don't get nothing. Y'all can go on back home. You're good.
And 1 year later, so this all happened in 1955, and 1 year later in 1956, they would share in an interview with William Bradford Huey that they did in fact murder Emmett Till. And
I feel like they can just say that and fucking get away with it. It don't matter.
Make sure you go back and listen to our episode so we can tell you all the tea.
And you'll see me all the way pissed off. I swear. I am right now still fully on. I've been drinking too much. Or not enough, probably.
Carolyn Bryant, the bitch who started all of this, she would later admit in 2007 that nothing that boy did could ever justify what happened to him. That's what Carolyn Bryant said.
There you go.
She said that Roy was abusive towards her and she was afraid of him. And that J.W. was a domineering and brutal man and not a kind man.
Fear.
And I understand that I am a victim of abuse myself, but at the same time, you
overcame, Lindsay.
I don't want to act like I'm better than anybody, period. I literally got my ass beat on several occasions for sticking up for what was right in different situations from an abusive husband. So I don't understand, Carolyn. I don't understand at all. So
Roughing. This is a roughing now. It's a roughing.
As I do talk about in our episode The open casket of Emmett Till also inspired Kendrick Johnson's mother to also have an open casket. And you can find... Okay, so if you watch the documentary about Kendrick Johnson, they do talk about that. I also listened to the audiobook The Blood of Emmett Till by Timothy B. Tyson, who is also the author that Carolyn Bryant admitted her bullshit to.
Right.
Her lack of... Oh, what's the words I'm looking for? Help me out here.
Clarity, empathy, honesty, everything, like all the E's.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, another E.
I just want to say that.
Literally say another E. That this is not what really went down. He doesn't deserve any of this. Daddy, don't go after him. This is not what really happened, right?
Right. Now, Carolyn, Roy, and J.W. did all die from cancer at some point in their life.
But
now, do you want to say fuck cancer?
Did.
Because cancer knows no bounds. But as far as these three motherfuckers go,
it wasn't soon enough. But
it wasn't soon enough.
She lived a long ass fucking life.
The Blood of Emmett Till is the audiobook that I listened to, which is also by Timothy B. Tyson, who Carolyn Bryant admitted.
So if you're an enthusiast,
all over her
follow Timothy B.
Discrepancies.
Has it got an F in it? Discrepancies.
Discrepancies, too.
We're going to put an F in that bitch because fuck them.
Discrepancies.
There's discrepancies. But no, for real, follow him because if you're an enthusiast and you want to learn about real history, he's a great historian, you know? And I love finding that stuff.
A backstory.
I hate the stories behind it, but I love finding it.
Fuck Carolyn Bryant, but it does give a backstory into her racist background.
Oh, her family and her shit.
And a little bit more who Roy Bryant was and J.W. Milam was. And yeah.
You know what's funny about our area?
Racism.
You know what's funny about our area? Most of the most racist rednecks around this area like rap music. Isn't that weird? They listen to the culture and the things.
My ex-husband.
It's like the people that'll drop some N-word out of nowhere at a bonfire. That's what they love. Like, why are they hanging on to their culture and then not supporting their humanity? Why? I don't understand. I don't fucking understand this. I don't understand this.
My ex-husband is one of the most racist people I've ever been around in my life. Loved hip-hop. And loved a lot of... Hold on, I gotta drag this puzzle piece for my TikTok. Hold on 1 second.
What is this? Oh, you got a thing to do for the lives, yeah. But no, why is that a thing too? Why is any of this just... it's unhumane to... And we're talking about recent real things. Just the same with Kendrick, right? Hashtag fucking justice, because I think that's some shady shit. But there's a lot of people here in the South that like to cling on to some of this culture and things, but they're shitty ass people toward the culturalistic people, and they don't embrace it. I don't understand this. Why is this a thing?
My ex-husband saw he wasn't even a completely black boy. He was a mixed boy and a white girl together at a gas station. Turned his car around. Granted, I just want everybody to know, I was 18 and he was 25.
While listening to Tupac, let me whip my fucking truck around, right? And say that this is some fucking bullshit and it's ungodly that this is happening.
He literally drove up to this couple or to this girl.
Listening to Dear Mama. Dear Mama.
Precious girl. And told her that she was a sick ass bitch.
That's what I'm talking about. Why is this a thing?
So embarrassed and so ashamed. That marriage did not last long. I am 40. How old am I? 43 years old. That marriage ended when I was 21 years old. So
look at Lindsay not living in fear no more.
No.
Look at you, girl. Go, girl. No, I have experienced this thing as being Caucasian, of course, all the way up to Appalachia. Why is there How do you fucking hang on to something that you love so dearly in the music of and not support? I don't understand it. I don't even know how to talk about it. But if you know where I'm getting, do you know where I'm getting
I
at?
do.
You know where I'm getting at?
Understand. Yeah.
Why is this a thing? Like, I don't even know how to put it into words at this moment because I'm confused. Right? Do I feel validated on this fucking subject? I mean, it's a fucking full. I mean, we're metalheads through and through. Like, but we love music all around. We play it on our podcast. At the end of our podcast, you can check it all out.
Jesse and I both love Biggie, Tupac, Bone Thug,
DNA. It's DNA,
DMX.
Right? DMX, the snake, the rat, the cat, and the dog. How are you going to see them when they're living in the fall? Yeah.
Cube, Dr. Dre. Yeah,
we love it. We love it.
Much.
You know, and we
love
came
it
up
when it comes together too.
And you know,
trap metal.
the newer folks, like the younger folks and all that stuff, like Landon and stuff, they really latch on to our flow because, you know, there was pop music itself had all the categories, did it not? It had metal, it was System of a Down was a metal Grammy Award winning pop artist. Do you fucking know that metal was the flow, but at the same time, the Family Values tour wraps it all up, right?
I mean, Limp Bizkit is literally rap with metal instruments in the back.
Oh.
But anyways.
And I got a band that's like perfect for that for next week.
Genres, but we're also very passionate about the fact that people of color were done wrong generation after generation after this country was founded, I'm doing quotation marks for our audio listeners, by Spanish and British people. It's bullshit. There was no reason for any
inequality
of our friends of color to be treated less than, lower than anything.
And it was supposed to be written in the Declaration, but it got written out. Because you wanted that free ass fucking labor.
And what
bastard.
Sucks is, you know, Abraham Lincoln died for the cause of abolishing slavery.
Yeah, 16 presidents later
was abolished. The few people of color that were able to come up were just brought back down again.
Yes, the digression happened for 70 years after that.
Fucking people, and that hurts my heart so much.
Which is what we're going to talk about this Friday, because there's a 70-year gap between there and Rosewood.
Yep.
And they had built a whole ass community. Mm-hmm. And
flourishing.
You show right back up with your fucking supremacy bullshit. 70 years.
70 years.
And
so make sure y'all check out our episode on Friday, February 13th, where we talk about the Rosewood Massacre.
Yeah. Thank you guys on the lives. Thank you guys for listening to us. Lindsay, I don't know if I need more breakage because I'm chilling.
This is our longest recap yet.
We're allowed to, but Lindsay,
we're horrified with Emmett Till. I was able to enlighten my 20-year-old who did not know about any of this.
No one needs to grasp onto a culturalistic thing, and music is very culturalistic. And then be racist on the side of it. No.
And you were not taught it in history. I'm lucky enough to have had an amazing history teacher who taught me about Emmett Till. And Emmett Till, in our upcoming episode about Rosewood, should be taught in every history class.
Which is what I talk about.
In the world.
Yes, I definitely talk about it. I probably bring it in the middle school age, but it needs to be brought in the right way. I really think that they should be talked about in households. And I was given applause because I gave applause to anybody that wants to support raising your children right and teaching them that everybody is
equal
under the sun.
People are people and love is love.
Yep.
And that, other than our other tagline, come for the story and stay for the band, because Jesse on our regular episodes always cleanses our palate with an amazing band that he has either sought out or that band has sought him out and be like, hey, share our talent.
And that's the only way I can break away from what you tell me there.
That's our palate cleanser at the end of the episodes. So we're going to do our plugs really quick and then we're going to sign off. So our main website is drinkaboutsomething.site. On Instagram, we are drinkaboutsomething. On Gmail, we are drinkaboutsomethingpod@gmail.com. On TikTok, drinkaboutsomethingpod_Lindsay, where you can watch our lives every week that we do have.
Thank you for those 100 downloads that we had the other day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you,
Jesse's going to start doing little side stories for us.
I did one. Yeah.
Now so you talked about, and Aggie, now you got to talk about Queenie. You got to research Queenie.
Oh, yeah. Just north after that.
Had the boneyard in 1927.
In honor of. Check out the Aunt Aggie's boneyard. Check that story out, y'all. Wow.
We love you so much. We thank you so much for your support. We thank you. Did I say that right? Because I have been drinking vodka all day.
You did say we thank you for thanking you. I think you said you thank you. Are you
we
thanking
thank you so much for your support. And please continue with more support for us. And
hit us up and come to our table. If you want to talk some shit with us, we're going to talk some shit.
You're invited to the table, to the barbecue, to all the things.
Yeah. Hit us up in the inbox. We'll grill out and chill out.
Grill out. Shit. Oh my God, that's a good one. Grill out and chill out.
Yeah.
And then Drink About Something is where you come for the story and you stay for the band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Lindsay, thank you. I'm out. So
I'm out too. So we're going to cut off our video and we're going to cut off our live on TikTok. We love you guys so much for following. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Cheers. Love you. Bye.